Class 8, Chapter 5, Health and Hygiene. Good morning, students. That warm-up activity I have already solved for you. So here two pictures have been given. So in the first picture, the lady is suffering from cold, and it is a communicable disease, and the causal organism is virus, and we can prevent this cold by using handkerchief. That we can prevent it from spreading. Okay. And then in the second case, the second picture demonstrates that the children are suffering from kwashiorkor, and it is a non-communicable disease, and here there is no causal organism, but yes, it is caused by protein deficiency. And obviously how we are going to prevent this disease, that if we provide protein rich diet to the kids. Now what is this health? So health means not only being free from diseases, but also a complete absence of anxiety and social and psychological tensions. So what does this WHO says? The World Health Organization, it states that health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being, and not merely an absence of disease or infirmity. So students, if you see a person with a good physique, and the person is not suffering from any fever, so can we conclusively say that the person is healthy? So the answer is no, because if the person, he may not be having a good mental level, he may not be having a good social behavior, although he is good in his physique, physically he seems to be very perfect, but his mental or social well-being or social behavior, it may not be good, so that person will not be termed as a healthy. So for a person to be healthy, he should have a complete balance of physical, mental and social well-being level. Now the factors which affect the person's health can be divided into two groups. One is intrinsic, another one is extrinsic. So first is intrinsic. So students, as the name suggests, that it is from inside. Let us see. These factors include malfunctioning of any part, organ or organ system of the body. The diseases caused due to intrinsic factors are called organic or metabolic diseases. These diseases can be prevented and cured by taking medical treatment. So if we are having any sort of malfunctioning in the body, or some organs they are not properly working, then it can be termed as an intrinsic factor. Means we are not doing well on grounds of the malfunctioning of some of the body parts. Then there is extrinsic factor, and obviously as the name suggests, extrinsic means from outside. So these factors include lack of proper diet, disease causing microorganisms, environmental pollutants and consumptions of narcotics and alcohol. So from outside, if we are not taking the proper nutrients, proper balanced diet, and somehow the disease causing microorganisms, they get entered in our body, or if we are in a habit of taking these bad items like narcotics and alcohols, then surely we are going to get some disease. So the diseases caused due to these factors can be prevented and cured by taking wholesome food, keeping the environment clean and adopting good habits. Now let us see what is a disease. Although we all are familiar what happens in a disease. So a disease is a condition in which the normal functioning of the body is disturbed. A disease is often known as sickness or illness. So we know how it feels if you are diseased. And let us see what are the causes why we get the disease. It may be because of some pathogenic infections, or if we are not taking the proper balanced diet, or if some body parts, organs, they are not doing their work properly, or if someone is consuming tobacco, alcohol and narcotic drugs, which are obviously bad items. Now some more groupings of diseases, it is given in your book. So diseases may be congenital or acquired. Now what is the meaning of this congenital? So generally congenital diseases are the diseases which are present right from our birth. Let us see. Some diseases are caused due to defects in the genes or chromosomes. They are present right from birth and are called congenital diseases. So how they are caused? Because of the defects in genes or chromosomes. Now what are these genes or chromosomes? Now students, our every body cell, there are several organelles like mitochondria, and if we talk about plant cell, then you are familiar with the word chlorophyll. It is a pigment, and where it is found? It is found in the chloroplast, in the leaf cells of the plants. So basically our every cell, it is having certain organelles, and it is also having a structure called nucleus, every cell. Now inside these nucleus there are fine structures called DNA. I'm sure that all of you know, or you have heard about DNA. And these DNA, they carry genes, and genes carry all the information regarding the organism. So if somehow these genes or chromosomes, they get defected, means the important informations of the organisms will be lost. Hence the organism may suffer from some diseases, and such diseases will be called congenital diseases. So these congenital diseases can be inherited from parents to the children, and they are not passed on from one person to another. Now students, we know that if a person is suffering from some congenital diseases, we'll see some of the examples of congenital diseases. So if that person is sitting to a healthy person, the healthy person will not catch up the disease. For example, hemophilia, thalassemia and color blindness are congenital diseases. You know what is this color blindness? Here the person cannot see or cannot distinguish between different colors. And what is this hemophilia? In hemophilia, blood clots extremely slowly. For example, if we are having a cut on our skin, the blood will keep on oozing out, and it will take much more time to get stopped if we are suffering from hemophilia. And in case of this thalassemia, the hemoglobin in the RBC, that is red blood cell or red blood corpuscle, the hemoglobin is defective. Now students, hemoglobin is a pigment. As you know that in case of plants, chlorophyll was the pigment. In our case, hemoglobin is a pigment, and where it is found? It is found in the red blood cells. And what is the function of this hemoglobin? It is to carry the oxygen to different parts of the body or different cells of the body. So if this hemoglobin is defective, the oxygen carrying capacity of the blood will be decreased, and hence this is treated by frequent blood transfusion. Means the person who is suffering from thalassemia, that person needs maybe every day or every 2 days he needs the blood transfusion. Means changing of blood is required for that person. Then another type of disease is acquired disease. So diseases which develop after birth are called acquired diseases. They can be classified into communicable or infectious diseases and non-communicable or non-infectious diseases. So we will see this acquired disease in more detail in our next class. Till then, goodbye.